Lesson 3, Year 11s, we'll be looking at the synovial joint movement. So last time we looked at the actual synovial joints, so things like a shoulder joint, a ball and socket. We looked at a hinge joint, those sorts of things. So now we're going to look at the actual movement itself. So what happens when our bodies move in a particular way? What are those movements called? So we're going to have an instructional video on some of these joint movements, and then we'll put it into a practical context. So you can see there, looking at some good terminology regarding the different movements of the body. So, you know, your abduction, adduction, extension, flexion, plantar flexion, those sorts of things. Putting it to a practical context, we can see here with this picture, and you will have this in your book as well, say in a running movement here, you can see when you pull the shoulder back, we can see there's an extension of that shoulder there. When you push the shoulder forward, there's a flexion over the muscles, and the angle between the two bones at the shoulder joint decreases. When you push it back at the top, the angle between the shoulder joints increases. We can see here around the hips, that hip flexion. So you can see the angle between the hips there decreases, where this flexion area here, where my cursor is, you can see that angle would be nearly 180 degrees, where now it's pointing up to 90. Plantar flexion, all right, again, flexion being where we reduce the size, reduce the angle between the two joints, where that extension, pushing it away. You can see that hip extension, hip flexion there, the trunk extension, the trunk flexion here, and then arm abduction. Hang on. The arm abduction here, and as we pull through, the arm adduction. So we're opening and then we're throwing over. And you can see the circumduction at the shoulder. All right. So a little bit of information there. There's some on the activity pages that you've got. What we can do is go through, discuss with each other what you think might be, and then we can go through the questions together.